Bingo!
I'm your huckleberry.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're here today to do a follow-up video and what I'm going to call the 1,000 round review for the PSA Dagger Full Size. We're calling it a 1,000 round review just because it sounds better for the title, but I've actually got about 1,100 rounds through this thing now, and so far, no issues whatsoever. It has been a phenomenal pistol. We'll go ahead now and I'll show you how I've got it set up. As you can see, I've got a Siley Ghost Optic, a Glock Performance trigger. The threaded barrel is from the factory. This is the PSA Magwell. Honestly, like that a lot. And I've got some Glock 17 round mags with the +2 extensions, Streamlight TLR1 HL flashlight, and an extended slide stop. I think this is like the perfect way to set up a PSA Dagger. And let's go ahead and put a mag through it, and then I'll tell you a little bit more. Alright, so that was first shot at 7, the rest were at 25 yards. As you can see, this thing is really accurate and fast. I would say a lot of that is due to the upgrading the trigger to the Glock Performance trigger, and I've been really happy with how that trigger's been performing. Let's go ahead and drop the mag. I'll give you guys an idea of how that trigger works. So here's your take up. There's the break. Here's full release. So you have about that much take up there. There's your break, and then the reset. Not bad. This thing is a great improvement to the PSA Dagger for about 90 bucks, and I highly would recommend doing it. So when I picked this Dagger up a little while back, they were running a sale on PSA's website, and for the total pricing, ignoring the optic and flashlight, I was able to get the upper with the threaded barrel for $189, and the frame I was able to pick up for $49. So I don't see how you can really argue that this is a great fucking pistol for the price, because out the door this thing was like $250, call it $275 with a transfer fee. I don't think you can beat that for a Glock 45 essentially. For under $300, I think it's a great deal. For under $250, it's a slamming deal, and I think everyone should try to pick one up. So out of the 1,100 rounds I've got through it, 1,116 now that I've got another mag through it, I have not had a single issue with reliability. This thing has been 100% reliable. It's been pretty accurate, especially after changing the trigger. And like I was saying, man, if you can pick one of these up, especially when they're on sale for $250 or sometimes even less, I think that's a great deal. This one does have an RMR cut, and as you can see, I am running the Siley Ghost. This is kind of like the budget Trijicon SRO. As you can see, it's got a really big window, which I really like a lot. And this thing has proven to be reliable as well. I haven't had any problems out of this whatsoever. You guys saw in the first video with this, I was throwing it on the table. I even chucked it across the yard one time. And another 1,100 rounds through it. I haven't had any problems with this optic whatsoever. So I'm super happy about that. Let me go ahead and load another mag. We'll put some more rounds through this thing. Alright, so we got another mag fully loaded. A couple other things I want to talk about real quick while I'm thinking about it. So the Magwell. One reason I got the Magwell for this is because I have very large hands, as you can see. So on the PSA Compact, if I'm not running a Magwell, it actually is fine. It fits me really well. And for that reason, I am running a Glock 19 as my EDC. But with this, if I noticed when I did put the Magwell on my Compact, it made it to where it bunched up a little too much, and I didn't really like that. But I love the way the thing looks and feels with the Magwell installed. So when I put the Magwell on this, I was really happy and surprised to figure out that I was able to get a full grip, and that Magwell does a perfect job supporting my pinky. One of the things I've done on all my PSA pistols as well is kind of just done a little bit of work on the undercut there. And the only thing I didn't really change the shape, but I just kind of radiused it in this direction, because after a while I did start to get Glock knuckle. And I'm not a real big fan of that, so adding just a little bit of a radius on both sides has helped that a lot. One other thing, the mag release. For some reason, PSA is putting these out. The edges on the mag release are super sharp. So I also took the Dremel and just kind of put a little radius on every edge of that to smooth it, and I really like that a lot because I activate mine with my index finger. I'm pretty sure that is all the modifications I've made to it. And like I said, most of this is simple. It didn't cost anything. The only modification that was really something I had to pay for was the mag wheel and the trigger. But here's another mag. Let's see how this one performs. So 100 yards is still not easy with this thing. I did manage to make a connection at 75, but I mean, it's still a Glock trigger, although the Glock Performance trigger is significantly better. There's no arguing that. Go ahead and load up another mag and let's get through that. All right, for the last magazine, I think I'm gonna actually come behind the camera and let you guys get a POV angle on what this thing looks like shooting it through the large optic. Let's go ahead and do that now. So as you can see, shooting through that large window is actually pretty nice, and that's one of the things I really love about the Siley Ghost Optic. Overall, guys, my final recommendation after putting about 1,150 rounds through this thing now is, if you're on the fence about buying one, get off the fence. It is a phenomenal pistol, compatible with all Glock 19 Gen 3 parts with the exception of the frame because it is a longer frame. But you can get Glock 19 frames to fit on this slide as well. For the price, I don't know how PSA isn't selling billions of these. It is phenomenal, and I highly recommend it. As always, thanks for coming out to the channel, guys. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. If there's anything you saw in this video that you have some questions about or something you think I could have done better, drop a comment below and let me know. And as always, stay safe. Peace out. Later.